All right. Are we switching topics now, or what's happening now?
So the next topic we're on was the whole debacle that happened this past. No, it wasn't this weekend. Last weekend with PlayStation and this whole requirement of people needing a PSN account in order to play Helldivers. They've since then came back out and it was like, listen, guys, we're just kidding. That's not gonna happen. Um, but there is the release of Ghost of Tsushima, which will not, you won't need it for single player, but for multiplayer, you're definitely gonna need a PSN account. Some
Has
fans are saying they don't care because they only really want the single player, so they can miss them with that portion.
has
But a
anyone
lot of
played
people still don't like it.
multiplayer? What is the
I yeah,
multiplayer
I hear
portion
the
of
multiplayer is pretty much the game, but it's just multiplayer.
you
The
play with
single
another
player,
person,
yeah, you could,
like Dark Souls,
yeah, it's
kind of
like
like that?
it's called it's called Legends. The multiplayer is called Legends, and I hear it's pretty good. It's like a lot of fun.
The game, it's what was one of a game of the year contender, right? The year it came
Yeah,
out.
It was,
Yeah.
didn't he
yeah.
win Game of the Year? Didn't he win Game of the Year that year? What won Game of the Year over Ghost of
Let's
Tsushima? I think Ghost of Tsushima won Game of the Year.
let's see. Last year it
It wasn't last
was
year. It
Baldur's
wasn't last
Gate. The
year.
year before, I don't know who pays attention to that's the kind of stuff. But
Let me see.
it's
Game of the Year.
2023 or 2022. Elden Ring won Game of the Year the year
Okay, but he got
before.
nominated.
So, but still,
But
that's cool. Well, to be honest, I don't care about this PSN account thing. Like, I don't play Steam. I can understand if Steam person would be salty about this, but I personally don't care about making it
here's my
issue
thing.
to play a game.
Yeah.
It's
So there's
pure.
a few things that I was unaware of before I spoke about it. One, I didn't realize that PSN was not available in so many countries. I think over 70 countries. They're not available in like over 70 countries, which means PlayStation, they're kneecapping their business by making that a requirement.
Why
Because
do you
prior
think
to
that
that,
is? Why would you not have
because it's to
a dig-
bolster their player base, Germ. It's
well, I
to
mean,
give
why
the
would you not have it
illusion.
in every country? Is what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
So
why?
some
depends
countries
on the
just yeah,
local laws in that country,
exactly.
depending on
Some
who they
countries don't.
do business with
There we
or
go.
affiliations thereof.
Hmm.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you're kneecapping your business just because you want to trick investors into thinking that these you have more players on your PlayStation platform than you actually do. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's what it looks like from my perspective. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it is for me.
Well,
Right?
here's the thing.
Hmm.
What do you think they make more money off of?
Um,
Okay,
what do you
I
mean?
have an answer to that question. You it was great to hear what you guys said, but according to this website, aconera.com, it says Sony has to get digital storefronts and these kinds of accounts approved by local governments. So unless if it's approved by the local government, it's they can't sell it there. So that's
Yep.
why.
So, do I make more money? So now that answers that. Do I make more money from each individual sale of the game, which you folks have since for the past half hour been telling me profit margins are down? Or
Mhm.
do I make more money from investors throwing more money at my company because I just told you I got 15 million new people on my platform?
Yeah, you're gonna attract more investors if they know that more people are coming to the platform.
So if that's the moneymaker, then that's
Yeah.
worth the loss.
I think it's for
Mhm.
collecting player data, if you ask me. So because they want to know what trends are, how players are playing the game, what they're enjoying, what they're spending the most time in, you know.
You can
Uh,
get that data without a PSN account.
Mhm.
You can pull that straight from the game's logs. You could have that pull.
So
but
it's more about bolstering their player base, Jeremy.
hmm,
That's really what it is. But like again, I that's one of the issues that I saw here, and the other one was crap. I totally forgot because that was the biggest one that I saw here. Um, Anyways, this my bad. I don't
But does it
remember.
really
I
matter?
remember.
Like, is it really that big of an inconvenience? I know we're moving on, but is it really that big of an
I
inconvenience
think
to get extra
it is. Oh, yes. So here's the thing: it's more of a benefit to PlayStation players than it is for PC players.
Yeah.
That's what I
Just
think.
just
And it's
imagine to us, and this is now we're speaking from privilege. I'm assuming everyone here is in North America, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
So we're speaking from privilege. Oh, it's not a big deal. Sign up for account. If you're in one of those 70 countries and you're past Steam's return window, you now have a game you can no longer launch.
Mhm.
That's a big issue.
Yeah, but
That's
so Steam actually pulled the game. That was when the Helldiver situation happened. They actually
Mhm.
did pull Helldivers from storefronts in those countries, and they also were offering
Refunds.
return refunds for the game. Anybody who's played the game over that 2 hour
Time.
threshold. So that good on Steam for that. But I know exactly why they did it. It's just to cover their own asses at that point.
yeah. Well,
Um,
good. Well, good on Steam for listening to people and implementing,
no,
what people
I
want
know.
to
I
see.
never said 70. I said over 70.
117. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that now becomes bad PR, right? Even
Mhm.
if you do offer, well, that's good on Steam, but that's still a bad PR for Sony. So that hurts your PR game.
And you think there
Yeah.
might be a little bit of a corporate stab there? Like, yeah, I know these companies compete and they all compete for the same market share. So it's like, they're like, hey, this is our chance to stick it to one of our competitors. Let's do it. We're gonna
That
pay
that
Oh,
you,
gives
blah,
that gives Nintendo and Microsoft a one up in that sense. It's
yeah,
like, hey, we won't do that to you. Because
yeah,
Microsoft already has an established path for making sure their storefronts are approved in every country they
yeah.
sell to. So that
not
wouldn't be
only
an issue
that,
for them.
not only that, like they already have that framework of needing to sign into Xbox to play their games, right? So
Yeah.
that outrage, I feel like they they kind of dodged that outrage window.
Sony is such a big company too. I mean, this is not like we're not
But it's
talking about
new.
some
This is
small
new for
company.
them, though.
They should
Yeah,
be. It's weird that they're not available in all
Well,
countries, right? It's
okay.
weird, right?
So this is where Japan's a little bit behind. And I'm not to be stereotypical, but if you look at any Japanese primary dev company for
Mhm.
video games, they're always backwards when it comes to the multiplayer online thing because that's not as big an element over there as it is for the rest of the world. So that's why Nintendo's online system, you remember how it used to be with the codes and all that? It was backwards. It was not seamless at all.
Yeah.
Capcom, still to this day, does not have a seamless setting up
Mm.
of a lobby. It's always easier on Mortal Kombat, but where's Mortal Kombat developed? North America.
North America.
Japan's always, they think about the online experience last. It's an afterthought. You can see it in their design, the way they lay things out, the way they approach things. Even in this misstep, you can
I
see it's
can I
always an
can echo
afterthought.
that with the way the Tekken 8 lobbies run. Anyone who plays Tekken 8, what the fuck is wrong with those lobbies? But anyway, it's
It's an
raging,
afterthought. They don't think about it as much.
raging. Um,
No.
but yeah, well, I think this ain't going nowhere. Like people are gonna have to make
No, it's
accounts.
gonna like this
Yeah.
is just the start of it. People are gonna outrage, and then eventually it's just gonna be the norm again. It's just like DLCs all over again. Like I keep saying that it's DLCs and microtransactions all over again. People
Mm-hmm.
had an issue with it until they didn't. That's really what it is.
Yeah, if anyone remembers the life cycle of Tekken X Street Fighter, yeah, like the outrage around DLC at the time, and now DLC is just the norm, you know. So it's like
Pretty much.
yeah, this is how it goes.